At a quiet funeral, a dog's relentless barking shattered the solemn silence, drawing uneasy glances from the mourners. No one could explain the animal's strange behavior until someone finally opened the coffin. What they found inside stunned everyone and turned a moment of grief into one of chilling disbelief. During Officer Caleb Brooks' funeral, his loyal canine partner, Kirby, suddenly erupted into a fit of uncontrollable barking at the casket, leaving mourners bewildered. The German Shepherd, known for its calm and disciplined demeanor, refused to settle. His barking grew more frantic by the second, his actions wild and desperate, as if something inside the coffin had deeply disturbed him. No one could make sense of the chaos, but it was obvious something was terribly off. Though the police chief hesitated, the attending officers agreed that the only way to settle the agitated dog was to open the casket. The moment the lid was raised, a wave of gasps swept through the crowd, followed by screams of pure horror. It wasn't Caleb inside. His mother collapsed, wailing that the body in the casket wasn't her son. Shock rippled through the crowd as family members staggered back, struggling to grasp the horrifying truth. Meanwhile, Kirby, the once frantic dog, grew eerily calm, his instincts tragically validated. Caleb's funeral had brought together grieving loved ones, friends, and fellow officers, none prepared for the chilling revelation that awaited. Among them was Kirby, who had been Caleb's dedicated partner for years. The two had met in 2017. When Caleb joined the sheriff's department, having always had a passion for dogs, he immediately applied for a position in the canine unit. That was how he was paired with Kirby, a 3-year-old German Shepherd who had lost his previous handler in a fatal confrontation with criminals. Officers warned Caleb that Kirby had struggled to work with anyone else since the tragedy. Despite this, Caleb was confident he could build a bond with the dog. At first, their relationship was distant, marked by a lack of trust. However, that changed when they were assigned a mission to locate a missing child. Kirby began to recognize Caleb's determination and courage. By the end of their shift, Kirby curled up at his new partner's feet, a silent but profound gesture of acceptance. From that day forward, their connection deepened, and over the next year and a half, they became an inseparable team, solving numerous cases together. Then came the fateful mission that changed everything. Caleb and his team were deployed to intercept a dangerous gang of armed robbers. It was supposed to be a straightforward operation, but they were outnumbered. A fierce gunfight erupted, resulting in several officers being wounded. Caleb was among them. He suffered critical gunshot wounds, losing a significant amount of blood before medical teams could reach him. Another officer was also severely injured. He was taken to the hospital with him. Tragically, one of them succumbed to his injuries upon arrival, while the other was placed in an induced coma due to the severity of his condition. In the ensuing chaos, a devastating mistake occurred. Their identities were switched. The medical staff, overwhelmed by the emergency, mistakenly declared Caleb dead, believing that the officer who had perished was him. Kirby, who had also sustained minor injuries, recovered quickly. However, his spirit seemed broken. Losing a partner once had been painful enough, but now history had repeated itself. He was brought to Caleb's funeral to bid a final farewell. But as soon as the ceremony began, his demeanor changed. He became restless, sniffing the casket before barking wildly. His distress was undeniable, yet no one knew what to make of it. The police chief hesitated when asked to open the casket, reasoning that Caleb had suffered severe facial injuries, but Kirby's unrelenting protests forced their hand. The moment the casket was opened, the horrifying mistake was revealed. Caleb's mother was the first to recognize that the body inside was not her son. Chaos erupted as the truth dawned on everyone. Officers immediately halted the funeral and rushed to the hospital demanding answers. The truth was soon uncovered. The mix-up had been a result of extreme disorganization in the emergency room. On the night of the incident, the officer who had actually died had been mistakenly identified as Caleb. While Caleb himself had survived undergoing surgery and being placed in a coma. No one had thought to verify the identities properly. The hospital staff could only offer their deepest apologies to both families, acknowledging the grave error they had made. A few weeks later, Caleb regained consciousness. The road to recovery was long and painful, but he was alive. When he finally returned home, his first visitor was Kirby. The moment the dog saw him, Kirby leaped onto his partner, tail wagging wildly, letting out soft whines of recognition and relief. Overcome with emotion, Caleb dropped to his knees and embraced the loyal dog, whispering words of gratitude. Without Kirby's relentless loyalty, the tragic mistake might have gone unnoticed. Though Caleb still grieved the loss of his fellow officer, he knew just how close he had come to never returning home. Caleb knew he'd been granted a second chance at life, and he owed it entirely to Kirby, who had never accepted what others believed to be true. From that day forward, their bond deepened beyond measure. Once Caleb fully healed, he and Kirby returned to the field, a living testament to their unshakable trust and loyalty. Their story stood as a powerful testament to the unwavering loyalty and sharp instincts of police dogs. It also highlighted the critical need for accurate identification in medical crises. Above all, it was a tale of trust, resilience, and the unshakable bond between a man and his dog, a bond so strong, it ended up saving a life. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you like this story. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.